see so many people that I know and know well, and I want to thank them for the contributions they made to my career. I began in California community colleges in 1973. I was a dean of instruction, which at that time was similar to your vice president of instruction. I was the chief academic officer at that college. And I was just introduced to this wonderful system. I had known, of course, about Los Angeles Community College District. Actually, when I first came to Los Angeles back in 1962, I brought my lovely wife and, at that time, 3 small daughters from Connecticut. And we put all of our belongings in a large trailer that we pulled behind our car and made that 3,000-mile trek. And I began as a teacher at Pepperdine College. At that time, it wasn't Pepperdine University. And I remember when I was working on my dissertation, going down to Southwest College, I had to kind of get away from my own campus because, you know, people would come up to me, and you don't study very well if people know you. So I slid down there, and I was just amazed at the energy that I could spot there at the college. At that time, you recall that that college had only barracks. But those students were so vibrant, and I always, when I would go out and get my lunch, I would love to listen to them. There's almost a rhythm in the way that they talk to one another. And so anyway, then I decided, I had a friend who was a teacher at Orangeburg College, and he said, you know, the dean of instruction is leaving there to become a president up in Northern California. And I looked at it and I said, no, I'm not interested in that job. And I went down, and Bob Moore was kind enough to encourage me to apply, and I got the job. And I continued to have contacts with this institution throughout the years. I visited, I think I've been on every campus of your college, not always during the tenure that I had as chancellor, but there would often be meetings that I would go to. I even was involved in an accreditation. So I have a long acquaintance with this wonderful institution. I went from being dean of instruction at Orange Coast College to being president at Cypress College for 9 years, and then I was president at Pasadena City College. And Scott over there remembers that. He was the student trustee, and I was there and had a wonderful time there. And then someone came to me and said, you know, there's an incumbent here that we think you could take on and beat. Well, I had never run for office before. I was always interested in politics. My father had actually been in the Texas legislature for 6 years, and so I knew a little bit about politics. I remember he was a New Deal Democrat, and I was brought up properly at his knee. And so I decided after some conversation to run for office. And I remember Mona Field was a very helpful person in that race when I ran for that office. And I was there for 4 years, and then I ran for the Senate when Adam Schiff went to Congress. And I was there then for 8 years, and I got to serve as chair of the Education Committee, and got to author Senate Bill 361 that had to do with funding for the community colleges. I was really kind of the go-to guy for community colleges, and many of my colleagues would come up to me and they'd say, yeah, what do you think of this bill? It has to do with community colleges. And I would always, of course, seek to increase the funding and also do what I thought was good for the colleges. It was a little better economic times when Senate Bill 361 was passed, and we did some equalization. We did some other things that was helpful to the college. And so then my life took another turn. I was getting ready to retire, and at that time, Mark Grumman had left the post, and
in this district. Carl Friedlander was one of the ones that came, and Patrick McCollum, who represents you, and others, and they came and they said, Jack, we want you to serve as Chancellor of the California Community Colleges. And I once again thought about it, and I thought, well, okay, I know a lot about community colleges, and maybe I'm on the first term basis with some legislators around here, so at least when I call them, they won't say Jack who. So I began in my tenure as Chancellor, and it's been a great, great experience. In fact, I've told people before, if I were 10 years younger, I'd be sticking around longer. But one finally reaches a stage in life where he thinks, you know, maybe I'd like to wake up some morning and just not have anything to do. I'm going to be doing a few things. The Claremont Graduate University has asked me to come out and be a scholar in residence there. And I made it very clear to them that I wasn't going to teach a class. I lecture. They're going to have me lecturing 3 times during the year, conducting a couple of workshops. And so I'll enjoy that. But I don't intend to do that on a full-time basis. My wife and I enjoy traveling, and we're going to do some of that. I've been fortunate to travel to 30 different countries, and I'd even like to add to that list, but I'm still blessed with as good health as I've got now. And so thank you, Los Angeles Community College District. You've always been a stalwart friend. I remember one time you named me Legislator of the Year when I was in the legislature. So I've enjoyed some things that have come my way as a result of your generosity. I was able to visit with Dan shortly after he got to Los Angeles, and we sat down and had dinner together. And right away I was impressed by his grasp of this situation, which, you know, it's very complex, and yet he'd only been on the job a month or two, and he really seemed to know what was going on. So I was thrilled to realize the wisdom of the choice of the Board of Trustees. So anyway, it's great to be here. I thank you for complimenting me in my absence. I will take plaudits in any way that I can get them. I'm a little bit like the older man who once got up after being complimented rather freely. He said, well, you know, I don't deserve that. But he said, I've got arthritis and I don't deserve that either. So I just like us the way of evening things out. But I have to tell you that it's been a great, great experience for me with community colleges. My wife, who's with me here, pretty wonderful. Now, Frida taught for 20 years at Salinas College as an English professor there. So she could correct my English. She could also bring me a faculty viewpoint quite frequently. And she was so supportive in all that I did. In fact, when I was being approached to run for office, you know, I said, well, what do you think of that? In fact, I invited her to come. I knew these 3 people were going to try to twist my arm and get me to do that. And so she was like, she always did. She said, well, I want to do what you want to do. And then she asked me a pretty penetrating question. She said, well, Jack, if they appointed you to that job, would you take it? And I said, yes, I guess I would. And she said, I think you got the answer. I just was a little reluctant to get into that tough brass knuckles politics of running for office and raising money and debating. And, you know, every once in a while you get something in the mail that describes you in a way that you're not familiar with at all. You're not really that kind of guy. And, in fact, my opponent would never call me a college president. He called me a liberal professor. And, of course, I didn't mind that too much. I know I wasn't one kind of professor, and certainly on a lot of issues I'm certainly liberal, so maybe that was justified, but I don't think he did it because he was complimenting me. But anyway, it's great to be here, and I was thrilled when I got the notice that you wanted to honor me with a resolution, and I would have been here earlier, but I did a hearing this morning, actually, the Senate Bill 1456, which is authored by Alan Lowenthal, and is an important part of our Student Success Task Force effort, was up to date before the Appropriations Committee, and Alan wanted me to stay and testify on behalf of it, and I did about 11 o'clock, and so the next claim I could get was 155. So anyway, I apologize for not hearing all those wonderful qualities that you gave me, but I recognize that certainly I'll get to read the resolution, and I've already experienced through many, many decades the warm and positive way in which the Los Angeles Community College has supported my efforts as a chancellor, my efforts as a legislator, my efforts as a fellow college president. I was just not too far from here, Pasadena City College and Cypress College. Both are sort of in the same arena that you're in, so I know a lot about you. Thank you for your great work, and thank you for choosing to honor me